company, always on the run.
Alright guys, so this video is not going to be much. It's just going to be me explaining who I am, where I come from, my back roots, what's all happened, what has made me to this point where I am at. But as you guys saw in the first video, my name's Darian. I was born in Twin Falls, Idaho on actually not really Twin Falls. I was born in Mountain Home, Idaho, and I was born on the Air Force Base, Mountain Home. Yeah, if you know where that is, it's middle of buttfuck nowhere. But I basically have moved around my entire life. It's been me and my mom basically against the entire world. My grandma was there for a while. She's helped a lot. She's helped my mom with watching me. She's helped us a lot as well. But the reason why I wanted to make something like this is to just have you guys actually get a full understanding of where I come from and why I act the way I do. And if, yeah, I get these videos aren't a lot. I get that I'm slowly gonna be making these better. I'm slowly gonna make them more entertaining. Slowly gonna try and get into that. It's just gonna take me a little bit because I'm not fully used to videotaping myself all the time. It is a weird feeling. But so as I just said, born in Mountain Home. When I was really young, when I was born, we actually were living in Twin Falls. So lived in Twin Falls for a couple of years. My mom and her boyfriend at the time had a lot going on, and so yeah. My mom ended up leaving the military. She was in the Army before she ended up having me. Then, after that, we ended up moving to Boise. Lived there for a couple more years. I don't really remember these parts of my life. These were small, when I was really young, type of memories. From then, we moved to Washington, I think. No, from there we moved to Arizona. We lived in Phoenix for a couple more years. That was mid-elementary school years. I remember some of it, not a lot of it. Had some pretty interesting times, especially when I decided to tear open my lip on the side of a door. But that story will probably be told at another time. But so lived there for a couple more years, moved back to Idaho, lived in Boise, and then, well, while we were in Arizona, my mom ended up getting a job with a big company, and she's stayed with them for a while. But so she's made it pretty far within the company, and made it so we're pretty well off. Yeah, but we ended up moving back to Idaho, which was Boise, and she ended up staying with the same company. Did that for a while, and then they offered her a place in Washington. She took that deal. We moved to, first off in Washington, we moved to Issaquah, if y'all know where that is. But lived there for a couple years, then we moved down to Olympia, Washington, where if you know Washington, you know exactly where that is. But made it down there. Lived there for the rest of my elementary school years. Then we moved back to Idaho, I think. No, actually from there we moved to Colorado, where we are now. When we first got here to Colorado, we moved in Littleton, first house. Then after we moved into that house, we lived there for 2 years, I think. No, we lived there for about 3 years. Went all the way through my middle school, and then finally made it to Chatfield. But then we moved to Lakewood, Goldenish area. Ended up going to Golden High School for a little bit of time, but that's not much. And then finally we moved out here to Strasburg, and it's kind of just been chilling. But reasons behind somewhat insanity, reasons behind some shit. I've had a lot happen. I'm not gonna complain about it. It's made me who I am. I don't think I'm a bad guy. I don't think I'm gonna end up killing people, but kind of insanity. I'm not normal, but who of us are? But we all have to give it to the points where we've gone a lot within life, and we we've done a lot. Moving a lot was kind of stressful within my life. We It made it so I never really got to have true friends for years on end. Like, I've moved several times. I've known people that have known each other since like the day they were born. I've known people that hardly knew each other. I've known a whole lot of everybody, and it's just a lot. Every time you move and you have to make new friends, you have to restart, you have to get used to it again. It makes it so you're a different person. But yeah, so finally made it past that. It changed me because I had to adapt to make it so I could just not really make friends or make like one or two friends, so then I wasn't fully hurt when I decided to move again. But then I have a lot of good friends in Washington because I thought that was gonna be the last move, but ended up moving from there. Came here to Colorado, met one of my best friends to this day, which it's been about 6 years now. But best friends. Uh, he's made me a better person. He's made me grow up and actually get some understanding of where I'm gonna be once I get out, once I graduate, everything in my life is like once I'm not living with parents. Um, that's changed a lot. And within these past couple of years, the ones that have fully changed me and made me a completely different person was just here in Colorado. Colorado's made me better. It Don't get on to me because it's Colorado, 420, blaze it, broski. But I don't even smoke. I moved here to Colorado before it was even legal. I didn't even know it was a big thing until I moved here. But still don't do it. It just ain't my thing. I see why people do it, but I don't get the happy out of it. But so that is not the main reason why I'm a different person. But it's made me better. Made me better. I've met some people, some bad, some good. They've all taught me certain things to get me to a certain point. And within the years of moving and doing everything like this, I've taught myself to enjoy life for what it gives you. I get that sounds like a little out of the book. I get that sounds a little stupid, but it's true. Once you accept what life is, you gotta have the fun with it. You gotta have fun while you're here. I'm not really a hateful person. If you hear me hate somebody or hear me say that I hate somebody, it's either because it's a rumor being spread or that person really fucked me up. We all come from our certain areas. Some people learn to deal with things different than others. Well, me watching my mom as I grew up figure out everything. And when I say everything, I'm meaning everything, just to try and keep us being able to eat, keep us under a roof. I'm 18 years old and I fully have the capability of saying, yeah, my mom's my hero. And I get that sounds a little quirky, but it's true. She's made me who I am. She's helped a lot with everything that I've been through. She's one of the few people I can just talk to. The reasons why I chose to see the happy instead of see the evil within people, see the bad, see how people treat other people, instead of seeing that type of stuff, I decided mentally, I get that sounds stupid, but I set it up so I see people for what they're good for. I don't think we need to waste. I think everybody's here, and we might as well just accept it. Yeah, we can disagree with people. Yeah, we can argue with other people. It doesn't mean we have to hate. It doesn't mean we have to torture each other on a daily basis. We're all here. Yeah, we're gonna slowly spread out. Yeah, we're gonna end up not seeing each other for years on end. But what does that change? We are all here in a place where nobody would think is possible. Nobody fully understands why we're here, how we're here. There's ideas behind it. Maybe it's God, maybe it's evolution, maybe it's this. I'm not gonna get into all that. But we're all here. Let's accept people for who they are. Let's look at what they can become instead of how they act now. Let's kind of grow up and think about where life can take us. And yeah, maybe you're greater than the rest. Maybe you're the one that's gonna make it in life, the rich one, I don't know, but don't put other people down. Yeah, you may make it in life, maybe they won't. Or maybe it's gonna be vice versa. Maybe they're gonna make it in life, and then you're gonna feel awful for putting them down their entire time while they were trying to make it to a good point. And I get how this all sounds pretty stupid, but for me, it's a way of life. And recently, there's been a year to 2 years ago, I had two suicides two friends that committed suicide that were actually very, very good friends. One of which was because of bullying. I get that bullying is not that big, get tougher skin, get shit like that. It's not like that. You can tell somebody to get tough skin, it doesn't mean they are. Some of them aren't set as mentally stable as some others. We all have our different capabilities. We all have our different ways of seeing each other. But if we're all here, accept it. Don't try and force somebody to end their own lives. You don't push somebody to the point where they think they are so worthless that they don't see a point in living. It's not right. Mentally, there's something wrong with you if you are willing to push somebody on a day-to-day basis and just constantly knock them down over and over and over again when they finally get back up and just make them feel worthless. Don't. I myself want to change the world. I get that it's not going to be physically possible. I get that it's not going to be fully possible. But I want to change how people see each other. I know I'm probably not going to make it far. I know I'm going to be told that I'm worthless for trying to do this, but we're all here. Let's try and make something good out of it. And I get bullying, all this other shit. It's stupid, but I'll admit it. I was bullied. It made me an emotional wreck. It made it so I didn't want to accept it anymore. I shut it off. I couldn't accept the bad. Every time somebody told me I was doing bad, or every time somebody told me I was not doing the best of my capabilities, I didn't care because I shut down what I could do. I shut down the opposite side of that. I tried to make it so every time somebody would try and put me down, it wouldn't click in my head. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't do anything about it because they were just putting me down. But now, I realize some of it's helpful. Some of it still hurts. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. It's kind of a bullshit phrase that we are taught when we are younger to make it so we don't want to listen. But some of it will make us better. The shit we can do without is calling each other faggots, calling each other worthless, calling each other nothing, calling us trash, calling us everything. We can do without that. Let's help each other out instead of shut each other down. Let's make it to a point where instead of calling somebody trash, we can go, hey, maybe you should calm down a notch. Maybe you should just avoid doing this. We should help each other grow up instead of shut each other down and make us feel worthless. I get it's probably stupid, but I think it may help. We all are here. No matter what, if you want to accept it or not, we're here. Let's make something out of ourselves. I don't care if you're gonna end up working at McDonald's your entire life. I don't care, as long as you yourself are happy. Make yourself worth something. I don't even give a shit if you're worth something to everybody. Just make it so you yourself, when you wake up and look in the mirror, you can say you're happy. Make it so other people aren't gonna shut you down for who you are. Make it so others just look at you and be like, I want to be as happy as them. I want to make it so we all can withstand each other. I know I'm not going to change the world, but maybe I can try. Or fuck that. Not maybe I can try. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and make it so people see the good in others. I'm tired of going to school on a daily basis and hearing all this shit that doesn't need to be said. I can deal without being called a faggot for a day. I don't give a shit if you guys think that, oh, he was wearing this, we better call him a faggot, make him know that he's a faggot, right? No, I think I could deal without that for a day. I dress the same way every day. I drive the same thing to school every day. I think I know what you're thinking. And I can do without it. I don't care if you say it. I don't care if you don't say it. But I can definitely deal without it. But we need to stop making each other feel worthless. We all have our importance. Something that one day we will do. And I get people look at the millennials, call them stupid, call them dumb because they don't fully grasp it. But you're on this world as well. Help them, teach them. Help us not fuck ourselves. Help us not screw over our children in the future. Just help everybody. It doesn't matter if you hold a door open for somebody. It doesn't matter if you take somebody's bag to their car. It doesn't matter if you... It does matter if you do find a cure for cancer, but on a scale, if we make this all even as helping people, instead of looking at the paychecks, instead of looking at everything, let's actually make it so we have a worth ourselves instead of what's in our wallets. I get that sounds communism, but we do need to find the worth within ourselves, and not all of us can do that without others. Some of us need the assistance to teach ourselves on how to get past it. And we can all help each other out. we can all hit a point within our lives where we can just teach and help everybody. And back to the suicidal thing. If you think somebody is stupid for killing themselves, if you think somebody is, again, worthless for killing themselves, what did you do to actually make them hit that point? Did you just watch? Did you actually, help them? Did you even talk to them before they did this? Because maybe that, hey, how are you doing? Are you feeling down lately? What's wrong? You don't seem like you. Maybe that can change somebody's entire feeling on themselves. It doesn't matter if you all have argued in the past. It doesn't matter if y'all have just never talked. If you watch somebody slowly deteriorate and watch them slowly just shut down, be with them. Don't watch. And I get that may sound harder than it seems, but it's not. I've made a deal with myself within the past of I try and get a certain amount of people to smile a day. And it's not just for me. Yeah, I like to see people smile. Yeah, it makes me smile. But a smile a day can completely change somebody's day. We show up and we watch each other put each other down on a daily basis, no matter where we're at, while we're all here. Yeah, so-and-so may be higher up in a company, making more than you. Don't let them put you down. You helped them to that point, or you're helping them at that point and stay in that point. We all have a reason. We all have a capability to make each other feel better. I've learned some pretty interesting things within the past because suicide is one of my main problems with people, is pushing somebody to the point to kill themselves. And to me, that's just awful. It's not human to break somebody down so low where they just feel like there's nothing left. We are here. Let's make a worth of ourselves. And the reasons why I'm so strongly against this, the reasons why I'll actually say something about it, the reasons why I'll actually stand up for the people is because I've hit that point. If you haven't hit that point, you should probably start thinking about your past. Everybody has hit that point. We may not want to accept it, we may not want to look into it, but we have. We've all thought about it. We've all thought how we would do it. Some of us are stronger than others. Some of us have the capability not to. Some of us have the capability to look in the mirror and say, I'm gonna keep going. While some of us lose that. We lose that strength. And it shuts us down. And we just don't see the point. When you look at your own parents and you realize that you weren't you. When you talk with friends and you realize some of the shit that you said was not you. When you look in the mirror and you don't see yourself anymore. And it's just awful that we have the capability of doing that to each other. We should probably look at each other and see us as one. See us as one person. Then see us as several different tiny groups within an industry. We should look at the jocks. We should look at the nerds and think they both have their good, we're all human. One may be cooler than the other, one may be nicer, one may be a little bit cockier, but they're human. And I get this is a huge controversy with everything going on. It's never going to be possible. But stand up. If we get 100 people within an area, if we get 100,000 across America, if we get 1 million within America, if we get 1 billion people to stand up for what we are, we'll be better off. Instead of blaming others, blame yourself. Don't shut yourself down so much that you just don't even see a worth anymore. But think about what you could have done to at least change the outcome. People don't want to accept that bullying happens around them. They don't want to accept that it's happening to them. They don't want to do this because it hurts. But if we get those couple of people within the world, around the world, to stand up and show that we're all one, we can change something. I probably would never actually done anything like this. I've moved so many times, hardly anybody actually knows the true me. And honestly, it's made it better, but I want people to know me. I want people to know me for what I actually am and can be. I want people to look at me and see that I can change something, see that I can make a good move within this world, see that I can change at least a couple of people's mind states and make it a little bit better. I don't want to be looked at as, yeah, that random guy that sat over there, or the random guy that I worked with. I actually want people to know me for me. I don't care if I know you or not, but I'm me. There's not a lot of descriptions about it. I can't say that I'm like so-and-so. I can't say that I'm like anything you've ever seen. I'm me. And we're all like that. But I see myself with the capability of changing something. I want to make it better. And mentally, I'm a little broken. I'll give it that much. Mentally, I'm not fully here. But I'm willing to help. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in. No matter if it's like what everybody else doesn't believe in. If I believe in it, I'm gonna stand up for it. And we need more people to do this. We need more people to stand up for the greater good instead of lack. Honestly, I'll admit it. I've done some pretty stupid shit in my past. I've lied. I'd say that I stole, but I was raised differently than that. But I've lied. I've told some things that should never have been told to others. I've made promises that I've broken. And I regret it. I wish I could probably go back and change it, but I can't. So, I'll apologize. I'm sorry. But we're human. We're all gonna do it. And we're all gonna grow past it. The difference are the ones that won't admit to their mistakes. And honestly, I'm sorry to everyone that I've known. I've done or said something that should not have been said. I've done some stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. I've lied to the ones that I care for most about the dumbest things that I know I probably shouldn't have. But I'm gonna change it. I've let most of what I've known, or what I remember, and I've told them, and I've said something about it. I'll get some of it's stupid, some of it's, well, why did you even do that? But I was young, I was stupid. Fuck, I'm still young and I'm still stupid. But I'll admit to it. But there's not much I can do now. This isn't gonna be my last video. This isn't gonna be anything. This is just gonna be me explaining who and what I stand for, and why I am the way I am. Other sides of shit, of why I believe so strongly in the caring for each other, is because all it took was one or two more punches, one or two more knockdowns, and I probably wouldn't have been here. I probably wouldn't have been to the place where I'm at. I might not even be alive. One, because I might have done something stupid. Two, my mother has hit some really low points. But she made it through. And I can't take any of it. My mom is strong. I'm not positive how she did it, but she did. And she made it so I've had the greatest fucking life a child could ever ask for. And I will sure as hell admit it. I've been to Italy. I've been to Fiji. I basically get to do whatever I possibly wanted growing up. Yeah, I was spoiled. Yeah, I'm still spoiled. But I thank her. And I see what could have happened if something else, if just one more punch would have been thrown. And when I say punches, I mean like if not, life would have just knocked her down one more time. Knocked me down one more time. We've all thought about what would happen. Some make it through. I get this is gonna be a long video. Some of you ain't gonna want to watch it. I'll throw something fun into the end of it. Because welcome to Colorado. This is what we do. But we need to make the world not feel as bad and angry as it usually does. We need to look into the future and see what we're actually doing to ourselves. Think about what we're doing to each other. That's a lot harder than it seems. We can't always predict it. We can't predict it at all. But we can think. It's the one thing we have that we can actually do for the future. but for me, I apologize to everybody that I've lied to, hurt, said anything wrong to. I'm sorry. I get it's probably late, and I get that half of you probably forgot. But I'm sorry. I wish I could change it, but I can't. I'm sorry for lying. I'm sorry for hurting. I'm sorry for doing anything that made somebody feel lower than me. And we all should. But, so that was that. If y'all stayed all the way through this video, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think. I'll throw something in just because we did it the other day because we live in Colorado and it snowed. So, yeah. But I'll throw that in here at the end of the video. It's not much. It's just like 10, 20 seconds long. But it was fun. Just got a rope in the 4Runner and went snowboarding. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.